Hey everybody, welcome to one of the Girls. Come on, viewing files like tuning in. If you guys want to know, hear about some locks, please stay tuned. All right, everybody. So basically, I wanted to talk to you guys about locks. Okay, this is another Loc Talk video, and it might not be as long, but that's okay. You know, usually a lot of people don't like the long videos anyway, so we're just gonna get into it. Basically, this will be a lot more towards those of you that are newer to locks, that are just starting locks or thinking about locks. And the title is basically, are my locks the right size? Basically, a lot of people run into that problem because they want their locks to look like the next person. And just to let you know that everybody's locks, or if you don't know, everybody's locks is going to be different. Just like with loose natural hair, everybody's natural hair is not the same. You can have a hair twin, but it's not going to be exactly the same. You see what I'm saying? It could be similar or close to, but it's not the same. So it's like, you know, sometimes when you do your locks, or some people probably like, well, I don't like the size, I'm going to start over, whatever the case is. Now, in my case, if I don't like the way my locks are, I'm probably have to sit here and comb it out, or I'm going to have to cut my hair if I want to restart. If I want to do sister locks, or micro locks, or braid locks, whatever the case is, I have to start from scratch, which I will not do. There were times when I first started these locks, I was like, oh my goodness, you know, I was like, I think I should have did it smaller, because I was looking at my mini twist video and I was like, why didn't I start them like that? So I was mad at myself just for a little bit. You know, I got over it, because during that time I saw, you know, thinking about my mini twist video, I was already kind of far along. I mean, I probably could have combed it out and stuff like that, but I didn't feel like starting over. You see what I'm saying? I was basically starting over from scratch, going back to the coils, and it's like, bruh, who wants to sit through that, whatever the case is. And I thought about it when I saw my mini twist. I was like, am I going to sit there and twist all them locks? I would have to probably go and find a loctician and let them do it, which is all well and fine and all well and good, because one day I probably will go to a loctician and let them retwist my hair just to have the experience. But right now, I started my locks, so I'm just going to do them right now. And plus, I'm budgeting and saving, so yes, we will see that in the near future. Maybe my birthday, I'll probably get a style or something like that. I'll have some type of length and it will be fine, or whatever the case is. But other than that, right now I'm just doing my own locks, you know, saving my own money. Okay, so basically, y'all, what I want to say is that it's really up to you of how big or small you want your locks. The way you determine is basically, you know, you do your research, you look at, you know, to see how someone parts their locks, or if you want to do sister locks, traditional locks, or braid locks, whatever the case, type of locks, you get that in your head first. And then you try to see, well, how many locks do you want to do, or do you want to do free form, or do you want to have a few locks on your head, so you just want to part it in 5 or 6, or whatever the case is, and then you look at, you know, what type of hair you have, the texture, is it thick, is it fine, so you take all of that into consideration. And also find a loctician that you trust, and you can ask them questions and see what they think, and then, you know, you can go from there. A lot of the locticians, most of them, or when people go to locticians, they usually start them like basically with the same, you know, pattern, or whatever the case is, depending upon the hair texture, you know, the density and things of that sort. So most of them started with a lot of locks. Now with me, I be thinking that I should have made mine smaller, because I wanted to have more locks on my head. I feel as though I don't have enough locks on my head, and that's what I be feeling like sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, this is not the right size. But then I get the encouragement from, you know, my friends and my family saying that they like the size of my hair. So that gives me, you know, the reassurance, like, okay, you know, it's okay. Because you know how you know, you're your biggest, you know, you know, you're your biggest, you know, critic. You know what I mean? You're always going to be, not saying be hard on yourself per se, but you're always going to find something that is like, but other people is like, it's fine, you know, don't worry about it, whatever the case is. That's kind of like, there was a stage I was like that with my hair, with my locks. I'm like, oh no, this ain't the right size, or it's like, I could have did it smaller. And I'm looking at my older videos like, well, Charmaine, like, why didn't you start it like that? You did your mini twist like that, but why you do your locks like that? You know what I mean? And it's like, and the way I started my locks, I'm like, dag, you know, I'm not saying I thought my locks were going to stay like coils, but then you saw the transformation, and it's like, dang, it transformed like that. Like, it's like amazing to see that transformation. I'll try to put my my first hair, how it looked when I first locked my hair, and it turns into this, and then it finally dropped, meaning like, you know, it's not like twisting up, it's not like, you know, bending, like it looks like it's starting to like get its like length, you know what I'm saying, like it's coming down or whatever the case is. So that's like the meaning, like a basically kind of like the meaning of dropping, you know what, you know, drop. So it's like, you know, it's just basically dropping into the length or whatever the case is. And the which side was longer than the other side? I think it was this side. Is this side longer than the other side? I think, no, this side is shorter than this side, yeah. So this side is catching up to this side. Okay, so it's not as noticeable, but you could tell, I think this side is shorter than this side. So it's starting to, you know, catch up to this side. Sorry, y'all, my eye is tearing up right here, and it's messing up my eyeshadow, and I'm like really upset, and so I keep looking to the side because it is messing it up right there, because my eye is tearing up right there. I guess there's too much makeup going on, so I have to hurry up and get out of this, so I can't record as much videos as I want to. The makeup is pretty, but it's just like annoying my eyes right now. So yeah, so I have to hurry up and take this off. So yeah, so don't worry about, if you feel as though that your locks are not to your liking, make it be to be to your liking. Don't worry about what I always say, don't worry about what Sally Jack and Jane's hair is looking like. You have to be comfortable with it, because if you start your locks off and then you see Sally Jack and Jane's and you want it like theirs, and then you start yours over or cut your hair off, or, you know, whatever you do to make it, you know, I want it like theirs, so your loctician, or you do it like theirs, and then as the time goes by and you don't like it, are you going to start over again? It's like you're wasting time. Okay, you want your hair to be probably long, whatever the case is, but you keep trying to get that, you know, strive for that perfection of hair. You can't do that. Your hair is not going to look like the next person's. Okay, so you have to think about that. That's like with anything, not just solely locks, but, you know, loose natural hair, whatever hairstyles you're trying to get, it's not going to look the same. Okay, like if you're doing a DIY project or something like that, it's not going to look the same. Not going to look exactly the same. Okay, so you have to think about it. So you do what's comfortable for your hair, or for you, what your hair can handle. You know, and you have to wear it. You have to walk around with it. So don't try to, you know, imitate someone's hair, and it's like you walking around like, oh, okay, you know, everybody else like it, but you still don't like it. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to be in that predicament. So do what's best for your hair. So the question comes back to, are my locks you know, thick enough or small enough, or whatever the case is, or, you know, it's really up to you and up to your discretion. Okay, that's just solely it. You know, don't worry about what Sally Jack and Jane says, because at the end of the day, they don't have to wear the hair, you do. Okay, and you shouldn't care what Sally Jack and Jane says, and that's the problem with a lot of people today. So with your locks, you know, you just sit down, you do a whole bunch of research, and you make sure that this is what you want to do. It's a commitment. Again, you can, if you're tired of it, you can cut your hair and you can comb them out, which will be a long process, or get paid, or go pay somebody to take them out, which is a lot of money. So it's really up to you. So when I say you are starting locks, really think about all these things, and this is one of the things that a lot of people think about it being small, big, little, medium, and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's really up to your discretion. So when someone asks me, I'm just like, I'll say the same thing that I say in the video. I just point them to this video, to my YouTube video, okay, and see what I think. Okay, basically about that. So yeah, so you guys, yeah, so you know, I like my locks. My locks, I got to the point to where I really like my locks, and I, you know, do not question it. Sometimes I have a little inkling like, well, if I would have did it like that, but you know, it's just one little, probably like 4% of my mind be thinking like, if I would have did it like my mini twist. But then I'm thinking in my head like, girl, was you gonna twist all of those? Because those mini twists were serious, and it was, I think it was over 100 twists in my head. Who was gonna sit up there and twist? I mean, it would have looked nice, but it would have been like mini locks or something. So now I'm thinking about it like that. But that's okay. I like my locks though. So what y'all think? So yeah, so that's basically about that. Yeah, they cool. They cool. Like I said before, they dropping. All right, so my camera about to die. I want me to be great, so I'm gonna get up out of here. So yeah, so I hope this was very helpful to you guys. I'm just was sitting up here talking, but just trying to give some type of, you know, information and experience. You know, I will be 2 years in January, so I'm so happy. Yay! So yeah, so let me know, is your anniversary coming up and things of that sort. And did you like the size of your locks when you first started them? And if you are starting them, what size do you think that you're going to do? Okay? All right. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let us know. That's on marketingimages.com. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like for more videos like this. Share if you like. Share on Twitter. Share on all your social media handles. And subscribe if you would like to, okay? And engage with me in the comments down below, because you guys know I like to talk, so you know. Okay? And let me know if my mic is good, okay? Because I don't want to sound low, okay? So if I do sound low, just turn your stuff up, okay? All right, let me get up out of here. Peace, bye.